Good morning to all of you. Today I am going to discuss your class 7 computer first chapter, which is computer hardware components. In this chapter basically we have to learn about the hardware components of computer. So let us start our first topic of first chapter, computer hardware components. Computer comprises of two major components. First is hardware and second is software. Now question is, what is hardware? Then answer will be, a hardware is a physical device of computer that we can easily touch and feel. Hardware are either external like monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, or internal like CPU, motherboard, hard drive, sound card, and many more. Second one is software. What is a software? A software is a set of programs which is used to perform a specific task given by the user. It is a set of programs which is used to perform a specific task. Like example of software is MS Word, PowerPoint, Paint, and there's a various type of software available in your computer, even in your mobile phone, which is used to perform a specific task. Now in this chapter we will learn about the hardware only. So these hardware are different types like internal components. Internal components means a hardware device which is placed inside the computer like CPU, motherboard, RAM, etc. Second one is input devices. Input means what? A device which is used by the user to give any instruction to the computer is called input device like keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. Next is output devices. A device which is used by the computer to give the output is called output device. Printer, monitor, speaker are the few examples of output device. Next is secondary storage device. A device which store our data for permanently is called secondary storage device. Like hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive are the few examples of the secondary storage device. Next topic is relationship between hardware and software. Hardware and software are mutually dependent on each other. Both of them must work together to make a computer produce a useful output. Means hardware and software both are interdependent with each other. Without hardware, software will not work. Without software, hardware will not work. For example, if I will give you mobile phone without any application in the mobile phone, then will you able to use that mobile phone? Then answer will be no. How can we use a mobile phone without any apps? Same like if I will give you software, different type of apps, but without a mobile phone, that apps will be useful for you? Then answer will be no. So we can say that hardware and software both are interdependent with each other. Software cannot be utilized without supporting of hardware, and hardware cannot be utilized without supporting of software. Our next topic is inside a computer, which is also called internal hardware. Student, have you ever looked inside a computer case? Computer case which we usually use to tell CPU, Central Processing Unit, but that one name is computer case, and inside the computer case we can find the CPU. So we will learn in this chapter what we can find inside the computer case. First is motherboard. Motherboard is an internal physical device which is the computer main circuit board. It is a thin plate that holds the CPU memory, connector for the hard drive and optical drives, expansion cards to control the video and audio, and connection to your computer ports such as USB port. indirectly we can say that all the part of the computer, all the physical part of the computer are directly or indirectly connected with the motherboard. It is the main circuit of the computer. Next topic is CPU or processor. CPU full form is Central Processing Unit, which is also called processor. The Central Processing Unit, also called a processor, is located inside the computer case on the motherboard. Then if question will come, then where the CPU is located, the answer will be it is located inside the computer case on the motherboard. It is also called the brain of the computer. As you know, it is also called the brain of the computer. And its job is to carry out commands. Any commands given by the user is carried by Central Processing Unit. Whenever you press a key, click the mouse or start an application, you are sending the instruction to CPU. Any activity if you are doing in your computer means you are sending the instruction to the CPU. Next internal physical device is RAM. Full form of RAM is Random Access Memory. RAM is the short-term memory of the system, means it stores data and information for the certain time. Whenever your computer performs calculation, it temporarily stores the data in the RAM unit. It is needed, means for the short time data computer want to store, then where it will store? It will store in the random access memory. This short-term memory disappears when the computer is turned off. If you are working on a document, a spreadsheet or other type of file, you will need to save it to avoid losing it. So remember, whenever you will work in a spreadsheet or any software of the computer, then you have to save it for permanent storage. RAM is measured in megabytes or gigabytes. The more RAM you have, the more things your computer can do at the same time. If you do not have enough RAM, you may notice that your computer is sluggish when you have several programs open. That's why we need to buy any hardware device with the more RAM, so our computer or mobile phone will not hang when we have to do a multitask at the same time. Next internal device is hard drive. Hard drive are used for storing data and information in our computer. It is a storage device which is used to store data and information permanently. We can say that the hard drive is the component of computer where your software, documents and other files will store. The hard drive is long-term storage, which means the data is still saved even if you turn the computer off or unplugged it. As I have said, it will store your data permanently. Next is switch mode power supply, SMPS. It is an electronic circuit that regulates power using switching devices that are turned on and off at high frequency. And storage components such as indicators, or inductors or capacitor to supply power when the switching device is its non-conduction states. So, SMPS is an electronic device that regulates computer power using switching devices that are turned on or off at a high frequency. It will turn on or off when the frequency will be high. Next internal component is port. A port is a physical docking point using which an external device can be connected to the computer. See the picture. Here is the different type of ports are given which is used to connect the different devices in the computer. Why ports are used? Ports used to connect the external devices to the computer using cables. And ports are slots on the motherboard into which a cable of external devices is plugged in. It is slot on a motherboard. Using these ports, we can connect the external devices like printer, scanner, and any external devices you want to connect. You have to use these different type of ports. Universal Serial Bus. A USB can connect all kinds of external USB devices such as external hard disk, printer, scanner, mouse, keyboard, etc. Most of the computer provide 2 USB port as minimum. USB compliant devices can get power from USB port. The last topic in an internal device is modem. Modem is an abbreviation for modulator and demodulator. The full form of modem will be modulator and demodulator. Modems are used for data transfer from one computer network to another computer network through telephone lines. So why modem are used? For transferring of data from one computer network to another computer network. As you can see in the picture, this is the modem device which is used to get an internet connection wirelessly. And this device is used to transfer data from one device to another device. Hope all the topics are clear. What we have learned today, what is the hardware and software, relationship between hardware and software, and internal components of computer. In the next class, we will discuss the further topic. Till then, just go through the book, read one times all the topics and do practice. Thank you.